Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video. I'm going to be taste testing this wild Kopi Luwak coffee from Kopi Luwak Direct. Kopi Luwak is a coffee that comes from a type of cat, as pictured here, called the civet cat. And basically this is one of the world's most expensive coffees. How this coffee is made is basically the cats go around in the wild of Indonesia and they basically go to all the coffee plantations and they eat the ripe coffee beans. Now once they've eaten the coffee beans, they digest them and they come out the other end when they go to the toilet. And basically this used to be a coffee that poor people who worked in coffee plantations would drink, as they would find the beans and they had such a mature taste to them and such a flavorful taste to them that the workers and the people who owned the coffee plantations saw they were drinking this and tasted it and thought it was such a nice coffee, as it's one of the least bitter coffees out there in the world. So this is a really unique coffee to have. You can get caged you can get caged Kopi Luwak coffee where workers feed them the coffee beans, but unfortunately this is a very inhumane process to do, as the cats are caged up and they also don't get to choose the most mature and ripest beans. So today I'm going to be making a coffee with this and bringing you along to try it with me. I've just taken the coffee beans and weighed out exactly 20 grams of coffee. Now you can see they're a lovely golden colour inside and they look like really good quality coffee beans. They have a lovely aroma and a lovely smell to them, so I can't wait to get on with making this coffee. First thing is first, whenever I make a coffee, I always use my Sage coffee machine, and whilst using the machine, I always heat the cup first before grinding the coffee and before actually drinking the coffee. So I'll heat the cup up. Once the cup's been heated up, I'll pour the water away and make the coffee. This is a really good way of making coffee because literally, if you just made pure coffee in a cold cup, the shock of the coldness of the cup would drop the temperature of the coffee dramatically and it wouldn't keep the same flavour and temperature that you like in a coffee. So whenever you go out, the best thing to always do is ask them, if you don't see them do it, to heat your cup up first. This will keep your coffees warmer for longer and it will stop you having to ask for your coffees to be extra hot. Because when you ask for extra hot coffees, this completely ruins and burns the taste of the milk and can ruin the flavour of the coffee and make it taste quite bitter in my own opinion. Next thing we want to do is take our 20 grams of coffee and put them in your hopper ready to grind. Let's now grind the coffee. In between grinding, always tap down your coffee and make sure that it's level, so that when you grind the final parts of your coffee, it is all level. The thing we want to do is tamp down the coffee, make sure that it's all nice, easy and level inside. Just push any last bits of coffee that you may have fallen out on the side, tamp it down and make sure it's nice and even, and you are ready to go. Now we have done this, we are ready to insert the coffee into the machine and get ready to brew. Take your cup you've been heating up and pour away that water. The cup will be nice and hot, as you can see. I don't know whether you can see on screen, there's a bit of steam coming out from the heat. Next thing I have done is I have selected on my machine, my Sage Barista Touch, that I would like to make the coffee into a long black. Basically this is an Americano, but it pours the coffee for longer, so you get a little bit more coffee into your drink. This is a really nice way of drinking the coffee because you are just tasting it in one of its most purest forms. If you are somebody that doesn't like espressos or double espressos with the strong flavour of coffee, I do recommend that this Kopi Luwak coffee will probably have quite a nice flavour as a black coffee. I will be trying it again another time, as I have a 200 gram pack as a latte coffee, But in my personal opinion, having this as a Americano style coffee is the best way to drink it, because you are getting just the flavours of hot water and pure coffee. So you won't be losing out any of the specialised flavours that you get within the Kopi Luwak itself. Here we go, the coffee's about to pour. Let's see how this comes out. Oh, that is a really good pour with a really good colour to it. I cannot wait to try this Kopi Luwak coffee. You can just see the golden shine of the coffee. You can just tell how good the quality of this coffee is just by looking at the pour. Now normally when I have Americano, I like to have them with milk. Not hot, but cold milk. But today, because this is such a specialised coffee, I'm going to drink it black. I've now had the coffee sitting for a moment or two whilst I sorted out my coffee machine and switched it off and gave it a little clean. You can see how much of a nice glistening shine and colour to the crema that there is on top. This is a really good sign of good quality coffee and really high quality fresh coffee. Just smelling it now, it's got beautiful florally fruity aromas, and it doesn't have a bitter smell. I will now give it a taste in a few moments once it's cooled down, and I will give you my verdicts on the taste and the flavour. I've now drank the coffee and you can see that the crema has gone down a little bit. But oh my gosh, this is not like any other coffee you will taste. I don't know how to describe it. You just put it in your mouth, you taste it. It's got so much going on to it. It's not got any bitterness to it, no harshness to it, nothing. It's just absolutely amazing. I will take another sip now and I will try to describe to you what I think. It's got a lovely coffee flavour, and it just goes down your throat and down into your mouth, and it's just very silky, very smooth, and it just glides down, and it's just such a nice flavour. I wouldn't know how to describe it, but it's got so many like florally flavours to it, fruity flavours to it, and it's just, wow. I honestly don't know how to describe it, but it literally goes down your throat and you haven't got that bitterness. You know, like you drink some coffees and you're like, oh, wow, that's strong. Oh my gosh, that's really bitter. Now, normally, you would never see me as a person to drink black coffee. But this coffee is really good to drink as a black Americano. Now, I'm not somebody that would drink espressos or double espressos, but I believe this could work as an espresso or a double espresso. I mean, next time I make a drink with this, I may give it a little taste. I may take a spoon and just taste a little bit as it comes out as an espresso. Now, this is from Kopi. This coffee comes from Kopi Luwak Direct. Once again, I will show you the packaging of this. This is from Kopi Luwak. There we go, Kopi Luwak Direct. 200 grams, right? You got 200 grams, and the average is about 20 grams per cup, so you would get about 10 cups of coffee out of this. It is not a cheap coffee, it is a very expensive coffee, but if you are a coffee connoisseur that wants to try good quality coffee and to do a taste test on it, I do recommend this. Now, this is a different thing to mention. I went to a very high-end shop in London that sells some of the world's best coffees, but is also one of the world's most highest price tags. For a kilo of this coffee in their shop, it costs you about £2,000. That's right, £2,000. Now, this coffee here is probably about, I don't know, £100 to £150, I would probably say. I'm not quite too sure of the value, as I got sent this to do the review on. But let me just say, if you want to try their coffee, it's much better value to go here. When I wanted to try it, I had no other choice but to pay. I paid the grand price of £40 for just 20 grams of coffee. £40 for 20 grams of coffee. And if you're wondering where this shop is, it is Harrods in London that I got the coffee from to try. But if you want to have it cheaper, better quality and more affordable, go to Kopi Luwak direct. I will link them down below in the description. And thank you very much today for watching my video on my first ever coffee taste test review. I'm going to sit down now, relax and enjoy the rest of my coffee before going out to enjoy my day. Take care everybody, and thank you very much for watching this coffee taste test review on the wild Kopi Luwak coffee from kopiluwakdirect.com.